This is how you make one of the best chicken tikka and rice. Hey salam, I hope you guys are well. Halal Chef is back with the video, and this time I'm making chicken tikka with yellow rice. I'm gonna serve this chicken and rice platter with one of my special salads and 2 different sauces. Trust me, you're gonna enjoy it. Without further ado, let's get started. Halal Chef presents. Alright, first of all, we're gonna start with our chicken tikka marinade. Going in with our fresh garlic paste. It's always best to use fresh one, alright? Also in with the ginger paste. For more flavor, I'm using some of this hot sauce from our previous video. Add a bit more heat using red chili powder. Now for a bit of color, I'm using kashmiri chili. You could also use the food color instead. A good touch of coriander powder in that. Add a bit of this earthy flavor using cumin powder. Garam masala would add a similar depth of flavor. Oh, trust me, you guys gonna absolutely love this. For a bit more rich flavor, we're using tandoori masala. A little bit of the turmeric. Here with a good touch of salt. And finally, we're going with our beautiful natural yogurt and some of this sunflower oil. Now give this a really good mix until properly combined. And you don't have to add the lemon juice now, it's better to serve it later. A really good mix to that. It's gonna be perfect. So it has beautifully come together. Just gonna have a little bit of taste. Oh my god, that is so delicious, you know. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove some of this marinade for later use. Need around 2 tablespoons. Just gonna remove a bit more. And now we're gonna add in the chicken. I'm using a breast. It has been cut into medium to large cubes. You could also use thigh instead. Using the same spoon, I'm just gonna give this a really good mix. You can see the marinade beautifully coats the chicken. That's exactly what we're looking for here. Now it's best to leave this to marinate for a minimum of 3 hours or overnight for obviously best results. Let the chicken really absorb those flavors. For our yellow rice, I'm using some of the chicken stock that has been infused with some of the spring onion greens. Here goes some of the ginger garlic paste, some of the leftover marinade, some of the food coloring, zest of fresh lemon along with some of the lemon juice, spring onion greens which we're gonna use for the garnishing. Here I've got our basmati rice that were only washed. And for the spices, I've got here some of the cumin powder, coriander powder, chili, some of the smoked paprika, salt, black pepper, and some of the crushed green cardamom. So that's all we're gonna use for our rice. Let's get cooking. Grab yourself a pan, turn up the heat to on medium. Here with a good touch of oil. Here with our ginger garlic paste. Some of the chicken tikka marinade. Cook the rawness of this, give it around 2 minutes. We're not using any onion or tomato for this today. Going with our chicken stock. All of our spices. Just a zest of lemon. Use half now and half later. A really good mix to that, and you want to bring it to simmer. Now add in some of the fresh coriander. In with our washed basmati rice now. All go straight in. For this recipe, you don't need to soak them. A really good mix to that. You want to let this cook until there is a bit of water left. Alright, so we can see there is some water left. At this point in time, we're gonna steam off the rice, alright? Place a clean kitchen cloth on the top, place your lid, make sure it's properly covered, and let this steam on low heat for around 20 to 25 minutes. The pan needs to get nice and hot, and we want the droplets to form on the top. We're gonna serve our chicken tikka and rice with a very simple yogurt sauce. First of all, you want to toast some of the cumin seeds and black pepper. I'm using black cumin seeds. Now grab your mortar and pestle and you want to ground these. Exactly what we're looking for. Grab another bowl with the natural yogurt. Here with our cumin and black pepper. Good touch of salt. And also some of the whole toasted cumin seeds. I also like to add some of the ground sumac into that. A really good mix to that. Loosen it up a bit using a bit of the milk. And now you can just check for any seasoning. Have a little taste. That's perfect. A delicious cumin yogurt sauce. Done. So rich, creamy, full of flavor. Alright, the rice should be done by now. Let's check this. Bismillah. Just turn off the heat. Be careful, it's gonna be hot. Just look at that. Now throw in the food color on the top. Leftover lemon zest. Squeeze of fresh lemon juice is gonna add a bit of the acidity. I also like to use a bit of the vinegar. For a bit more flavor, I like to use some of the salted butter. And now we can carefully fluff this up. Oh, just look at those beautiful rice. Let the butter melt. Get rid of the coriander. Trust me, these are one of the best rice that you guys gonna try. It's so easy and simple to make, yet they are so delicious. And finally, you can garnish it with some of the spring onion greens. Of course, we're gonna have a little bit of the taste, you know. I'm feeling so hungry right now. Wow. These are so flavorful, you know. These are just making me more hungry. I have a mouth-watering yellow rice. Done. You guys gonna really enjoy this with a chicken tikka. Now there's different ways you can cook the chicken. The best method would be doing over a charcoal. It'll give you a lot more flavor and texture. You can also broil it under the oven grill and then smoke it. And finally you have the option of using an iron skillet or another pan basically. If you don't have an iron skillet, I would recommend that you definitely get one. It adds a really nice flavor to your meat and it's very fun to cook with. Now make sure to remove the chicken from the fridge at least 20 minutes before you start cooking. I'm just gonna give this a really good mix. Turn up the heat on medium, get the pan nice and hot. I'm gonna spray with a good touch of oil. Now slowly we're gonna start adding the chicken, but make sure not to overcrowd. Bismillah. This should roughly take you around 8 to 9 minutes to cook. And again, it can depend on the size of the chicken. Some pieces might cook faster than the other. So it's always best to keep an eye on it. So it's been around 2 minutes or so. We're gonna turn the chicken now. Bismillah. As you can see, we've got a beautiful sail. That's exactly what we're looking for. Now you can spray with a bit more oil if needed. The chicken has a beautiful color. That's exactly what we're looking for. We're going to continue to cook this until it's completely done. Now turn the chicken to their sides and cook for a few seconds as well from all sides. You should know this, there are hot and cold spots on the pan. So it's always best to move the chicken around. Beautiful. Also the pieces that are done, I'm gonna start removing them. Look at that. Now if you're not sure if the chicken is done or not, what you can do is you can just slice it a bit and you can see inside, alright? So I can see this one needs a bit more cooking. So we're gonna continue to cook this. Now for the next batch of the chicken, make sure the pan is nice and clean. Now we can start adding the chicken. Our mouth-watering pan-seared chicken tikka is done. It looks so delicious. You guys gonna really enjoy this. For our chopped salad, first of all, let's start by cutting some of the peppers. I'm gonna be using red, yellow and green peppers. Cut into thin strips and you want to finely chop it in. Now let's do the same with some of the yellow and green pepper. You guys gonna really enjoy this salad, trust me. Using a half a cucumber, you want to get rid of the seeds from the middle, alright? Cut into long strips and then you want to finely chop it. Here we got some of the lettuce leaves, just give it a medium chop. With the tomatoes again, we're gonna remove the seeds. You can use the seeds for your omelette tomorrow. And now we're gonna finely chop these. Using a half onion, again you want to finely chop this. And if you're using red onion, try to avoid spring onion with it. Grab yourself some cold water and add a good touch of salt into that. Leave the onions in cold salted water for at least 10 minutes. This will cut the sharpness of the onions and mellow down the flavor a bit. And finally you want to chop some of the fresh coriander. You could also use a bit of the parsley if you like. And with all of those beautiful peppers, green, yellow, red, use whatever you want. Going with our beautiful cucumber and with the tomatoes, lettuce leaves, onions. I also like to use some of the jalapenos. And finally, last but not least, some of the pomegranate seeds. Adds a bit of tanginess, a bit of the sweet flavor. You could also use some of the pomegranate molasses for this. Some fresh coriander, zest of fresh lemon and lime. And you can season it with some of the salt and black pepper when you're just about to serve. Now for this we don't need any dressing, it's so flavorful itself. The salad is so fragrant, you know. This will go amazing with our chicken tikka and rice. Have a mouth-watering chopped salad. Done. Alright guys, let's plate this up. Going with some of our cumin yogurt sauce first. Don't be shy. Our amazing yellow rice. The rice smells so good. Now add our beautiful chicken tikka on the top. Some of this fiery sauce from the previous video. And finally our amazing salad on the side. And a bit more sauce on the top. It's a promise you haven't tried chicken and rice like this before. Add some of the fresh lime and can garnish the chicken with some of the fresh coriander. Totally optional, but for more flavor you can add some of this brown butter on the top. Our mouth-watering chicken tikka with yellow rice and salad. Done. These are gonna be so tasty, packed with so much flavor.
Flawless victory.
Alright guys, I'm gonna try this. It looks so delicious. First of all, let's add some of the lime on the top. Oh, the zesty smell of lime. So good. Gets you in the mood of eating. First of all, let's try some of the salad. It's always best to have your salad before you eat the main meal. Bismillah. Wow. That is so flavorful. So look at that. On to our rice now with some of the chicken. Let's try with some of this cumin and yogurt sauce first. Bismillah. Wow. That is so tasty, trust me. Let's try with some of the salad now. The chicken is so nice and juicy, perfectly cooked. Wow. Wallah, so much flavor in these. Even the rice on its own is just so good. The salad, rice, chicken along with the sauces, it's just like a perfect feast. Wow, I'm just lost for words. I do need more of the salad. It is so refreshing. I promise you one of the best chicken and rice that you guys gonna try. Chicken tikka and rice, cooked to perfection. Oh my god, that meal was so delicious. You guys gonna really enjoy with your family and friends. Can we please get this video to 5,000 likes? I really appreciate it. Thank you. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like. Inshallah, see you next time. Until then, salam. Make for your mom. Make for your dad. Make for your family. Enjoy.